Game week 7 was brutal. Another an arrow, some big name blanks, and a captain fail that definitely stung. But this week, it's all about the comeback. I have 2 free transfers ready to use, and I'm ready to go all in for a massive bounce back in Game Week 8. Let's break down my Game Week 7 results, the key players who delivered, and reveal my updated lineup and transfer plans heading into what could be a huge turning point in the season. Let's get into it. Game Week 7 was another mixed week for me. I ended on 54 points, which unfortunately means another red arrow, dropping my overall rank to around 2.7 million and taking my total to 392 points for the season so far. Starting in goal with David Raya, a solid performance this week with 6 points after keeping a clean sheet. Arsenal's defensive structure continues to impress, and even though he didn't have too many saves to make, those clean sheet points were valuable in keeping my week steady. In defense, Timber was easily the standout performer. He brought in a massive 11 points, combining a clean sheet, an assist, and 2 bonus points. It's great to see him returning often, both defensively and offensively, and he's looking like one of the best defensive assets in the game right now. Unfortunately, Guehi and Senesi didn't deliver the same kind of returns this week, just 3 points for Guehi and 2 for Senesi, even though both were solid in real life. Sometimes those fine margins in FPL don't swing your way. Van de Ven also finished on just 2 points, so there wasn't much there from him either. Moving into the midfield, the real hero of this week was Antoine Semenyo. What a performance! He brought home a massive 18 points with 2 goals, 1 assist, and 3 bonus points. He's been incredible value this season and really emerging as the most explosive midfield option. Elsewhere, Reinders managed 3 points, while Salah could only deliver 2. It's been a quiet few weeks for him by his usual standards, but we all know how quickly that can change with one big haul. Up front, it was a frustrating one. Joao Pedro only managed 2 points, Richarlison blanked with a single point, and my captain Gyökeres was also disappointing, returning just 2 points, which doubled to 4 with the armband. He had chances but just couldn't convert them. Overall, 54 points isn't terrible, but it's below the game week average of 60. The main positive takeaway is Timber and Semenyo, both showing great form heading into the next few weeks. With solid fixtures coming up for several of my players, I'm confident a green arrow is around the corner. And that takes us straight into Game Week 8, where I'll be making a few important decisions. Some players in my squad are starting to hit top form, while others might need to make way for better options. Let's have a look at how my team is shaping up for the next game week and which players I'm backing to bounce back and deliver big returns. In goal, I'm sticking with Raya. Arsenal face an opponent that struggles to create big chances, and given their strong defensive record, I'm hopeful for another clean sheet. He's been consistent lately, and his ability to rack up bonus points, even in tight games, makes him a reliable pick in goal. At the back, I've kept Timber, Senesi, and Guehi. Timber remains locked in after that 11-point haul last week. He's full of confidence and continues to bump forward from the defense. Senesi's underlying numbers are still good. He's playing Crystal Palace this week. Not the most ideal, but it is what it is. Guehi, meanwhile, stays for his reliability. Crystal Palace have been tough to break down this season, and I'm expecting another tight one. They face Bournemouth, which again isn't ideal as I have Semenyo and Senesi. Moving into the midfield, it's another week for Enzo, Salah, Semenyo, and Reinders. Enzo remains a steady presence in the midfield, involved in set pieces, and always capable of grabbing an assist or 2. especially with Chelsea's improved attacking movement in recent games. Salah faced Manu at home this week. We've seen in previous seasons how Liverpool often score freely in these fixtures. I'm expecting him to find the net or at least pick up an assist in this match. Semenyo, after that incredible 18-point return, is absolutely undroppable right now. His confidence is sky high, and his direct play style means he is always involved in dangerous areas. Reinders continues to play an advanced role for City, and I'm trusting him to add attacking returns soon given the chances that he's been creating. Up front, I have Joao Pedro, Richarlison, and Gyökeres. Joao Pedro has a favorable fixture, so I'm confident he can get back among the points. Richarlison has been quite frustrating, but his underlying stats shows he's getting into the right positions. It's just about converting those chances now if he gets the minutes. On the bench, I've got Marco Bissot as a backup keeper, Lucas Paqueta, Van de Ven, and Zanzebe. Paqueta is always capable of an attacking return if called upon, while Van de Ven and Zanzebe provide defensive depth should rotation hit later in the league. It's a well-balanced bench with coverage across all positions. Overall, I'm happy with how the team looks for Game Week 8. It's a balanced squad with strong fixtures, reliable clean sheet potential, and multiple attacking threats. After a couple of red arrows, I'm hopeful that this week I can turn things around and climb back up the rankings with a few changes. Now let's talk about my transfer plans heading into Game Week 8, because this is where things could really shake up my team. I have two main options on the table this week. The first option is to sell Salah and Gyökeres and bring in Saka and Haaland. It's finally time to get Haaland, who remains one of the most consistent captaincy options in FPL. Even when he's not at his best, he still finds a way to return points, and his upcoming fixtures look extremely favorable. Saka, meanwhile, is in great form and has been delivering steady returns from both open play and penalties. He offers that attacking coverage from Arsenal that feels essential right now, especially with their improving rhythm going forward. The downside is, of course, losing Salah, but given his recent dip in form and Liverpool's slightly tougher fixture run, it feels like a calculated risk that could pay off in the short term. With this move, I will still have $1.5 million in the bank for future transfers. Option 2 would be to move Salah and Richarlison out for Kudus and Haaland. This one is a bit more of a differential move. Kudus has been showing flashes of brilliance. He's explosive and capable of big hauls when Tottenham click, but there is still some uncertainty with consistency and minutes. It's a tempting option if I wanted to go a bit more aggressive, but right now I think option 1 feels more secure for both form and fixtures. With this move though, I would still have $2.5 million in the bank, so a bit more breathing room compared to option number 1. As things stand, I'm leaning towards option number 1, beginning Saka and Haaland, with Haaland taking the captain's armband this week. He's got a plum fixture ahead, and I think this is the perfect time to finally bring him into the team. Apologies in advance if he finally stops scoring. So that's my lineup and transfer plans locked in for Game Week 8. It's been a challenging few weeks, but FPL is all about adapting, learning, and timing your moves right, and I feel like this team is set up to bounce back. With Haaland leading the line, Saka coming in for that creative spark, and informed players like Timber and Semenyo still delivering, I'm confident that the green arrow is finally on the way. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your plans and how your team has been shaping up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss my next video. If you're on a free hit or wildcard this week, I will leave those drafts in the description so you can check those out. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck this week, and may your R's be green.